What are your thoughts on funding homeschooling? For example, via some sort of scholarship. On a related note, do any states exempt parents of homeschoolers from paying public school tax? So we'll start with the first part of that question. Would you support a private school choice system that does compensate parents for homeschooling their children?
Oh, absolutely. And at the Institute for Justice, we're always helping legislators craft these programs, and we always encourage them to include homeschooling. And many of the programs, fortunately, do.
And why is that? I mean, you could make a pretty good argument against that, right? I mean, if you're a parent and you've decided that instead of participating in the social contract known as the public school system, or using your voucher to send your kid to a private school, and you're making this very personal choice for whatever reason that you're going to have your kids at home, shouldn't that be something you pay for out of pocket? Why should the state be subsidizing your decision to homeschool a child?
Well, I mean, you could say the same thing about funding any other type of private schooling. There's really no difference between that argument and, funding private schools, or, helping families have the money to go to private schools. In our view, the more choice for parents, the better. And the families know best what is the right thing for their child. And if that child learns better at home, that's the case for many children. And what's good for the child is going to be good for us as a society. We want the best educated citizenry as we can.
Is there an accountability issue there, though, that needs to be addressed, right? Because if you're a state and you're sending money to private schools, in theory, you've investigated them, you've determined that those are appropriate places to be sending taxpayer money. What is the accountability mechanism for a homeschooling situation where the state needs to know that it's getting its money's worth, or the taxpayers' money is being put to good use in paying for homeschooling?
Well, first, let me clarify that when we're talking about giving money to homeschoolers in these scholarship programs, usually it's a very small sum. We're talking about like $600, as opposed to maybe $3,000 or $4,000 for a private school.
So it does account for the big difference in the cost to provide the education.
That's right.
So maybe we're talking about covering the cost of books and just keeping up with the state standardized tests and things like that.
That's right. That's right. And homeschoolers are already governed in every state. Every state has rules about how they should conduct that homeschooling and if they should be supervised at all. And that should be enough. If the state already allows homeschooling, which every state should, then that's enough for us.